It is day 4, and I have got to get a move on. I need to put in 30 miles today. It's about 8 in the morning. And the reason I need to put on 30 miles today is because the winds are gonna be light today. So if I wanna do this, if I wanna be on time, and I wanna do it safely, these days with good conditions, I've gotta move. It's day 5 of my trip down the Mississippi River, and I'm 56 miles in on the north side of Lake Bemidji. I'm making my way toward 2 more big lakes, Cass and Winnibigoshish. So last night after I got picked up, I stayed at Lake Bemidji State Park. It was really nice, got a nice shower, got a burger, cold beverages. Very nice night, but it also set me up for about a 3-mile paddle today just to get to the river. So doing a little bit more paddling than I necessarily needed to, but all in all, I would say it was nice. It was worth it. We should be approaching a portage here pretty soon. All right, there's the dam. This is our first portage since day 1. It's a little past 11. I have made it about 9 miles. I have about 20 left. It's kind of tough to think about. So I just portaged a dam, and it looks like the water's moving faster here, so hopefully that helps me out. I really need to make it through Cass today, so I just got some food in me, and now it's time to put some miles in again. And picked up it has. Man, look at us go. I wonder if this is what it's gonna be like all the way from south of Winnie back to the city. Promise I'm not trying to chase you. Man, I love this stretch. Water's moving. I've seen like 15 ducks in the last 5 minutes and a couple bald eagles. Boy, how do you like to take your stuff up there? Perfect weather today. I made it to the start of Cass Lake, and wow, there are lots of boaters out today. So I am on the main body of Cass Lake now. In the first little bay, man, it was popping. There were motorboats whizzing around everywhere. There were people that stopped fishing, so I tried to stay close to them because I figured people would at least see them and not, you know, zip right past them. Jet skiers. So I was worried about coming onto this main body, but as of right now, there were way more people in the small bay, and people who have been on this big body seem to really acknowledge that, hey, it's a canoer. Maybe they would like some space and not to go right past a 40-mile-an-hour motorboat. So, pleasantly surprised. I still think I have about 3 miles to go on Cass, and that'll be a day. So, I'm excited. I am getting a little taste of what's to come, I think, with all the recreational traffic before I even eventually hit all the commercial traffic. So, it seems like it's kind of easing me into things. Ooh. It is like 5:15. I have made it to my end location. I am absolutely wiped. Pretty sunny, warm day, but the conditions were really good as far as wind goes, so I made a push, put in like 30 miles, and I think that that's just about my peak for right now, because those last 2 miles took me quite a long time. So 30 miles today puts me at 81 miles total. I've been out here for 4 days, so let's check the stats on that. Oh man. Long day, but a rewarding day. There were times where I thought that it was going to be an easy day, like when it started picking up after the portage. I thought that that was going to last for a long time. It lasted for about 3.5 miles, and then it became pretty much still flat water again because there were more lakes coming up. So that was not the case. It was 30 miles. It was probably about 26 of those were pretty hard flat miles. Luckily there wasn't any headwind or anything like that. Tomorrow's supposed to be windy, so I'm definitely not going to cross any big lakes tomorrow. Should be a little bit of a shorter day, but gotta get those big ones in. Detach from envelope and hang from rear view mirror, this side out. I'm thinking this is probably what they want. So for supper tonight, I am having Knorr pasta-sized chicken flavored noodles and some 100 grand and Snickers candy bars. This is actually a meal that is very special to me. And you're probably thinking, why would that be special? Well, it's because this is actually the exact type of meal that I would have for supper if I wasn't on a canoe trip. So last time I bought vitamins, I was like, why not get some gummies? I haven't had those in a long time. So obviously I brought what I had, and it is solid as a rock. Alright, we are on the water. It is like 10:45, which is even later than the first day when we had to do a 4-hour drive before we put in. So hopefully this is the latest I have to put in at, unless there's any special circumstances. But I was a little slower than I expected this morning. I also knew that I kind of have a finite number of miles that I can't paddle today because it is going to be windy. So I can't cross Lake Winnie. It's just not really an option. It's going to be, 17 mile per hour on average wind, because the gusts are probably going to be mid-20s, maybe 30. So I'm on the road again. I still have not figured out where I should camp tonight. There's not really any great options. There's a couple of decent options. One of them would require me to paddle like a mile across Winnie, so I don't even know if that's feasible. We'll see. Looks like they put us a nice, looks like they put up a nice little obstacle for us here. This morning when I was paddling, I was like, there really need to be more logs in the water. So it's great to see this. Exactly what I was waiting for. I bet there are some fish in there. But alas, the ocean is calling, and I must go. Even when the river's this small, I can tell how windy it is today. Got some short little waves almost. Just back here. So I'm just in this huge flooded wetland, and my GPS says that I need to go through to the right, but it doesn't seem like that's possible, which is kind of crazy because it seems so flooded that you'd think I could go anywhere, especially if it was on the map. All right, so I think I hear a boat coming from over there. So I'm gonna try to get over there because the odds are if there's motorboats over there, there's water. If there's water, that's probably where I wanna be. The truth is, I am sort of lost. The GPS currently says that I'm in the middle of land, which, look around, is, I'm pretty sure not true. So, hopefully there's a way to get through over here. Without having to backtrack in the headland, which is not fun, but hey, we do have the time, so it's whatever, man. Screw it. We're just gonna try to take as many shortcuts as possible today. I was so worried about the wind and whether I was going the right way that I didn't realize how close I was to my destination. So I'm just sitting in the canoe having a nice hot buffalo lunch. This is the opposite of a shore lunch. It is a wet lunch. And wet it is. Like my spoon. I would say that this was a pretty good tuna creation. Well, I just passed Becker's Resort, which might be my best option for camping. The problem is it's still about 2 miles away from the body, so it would take me like half an hour just to get on the lake tomorrow if I wanted to get on it early, which kind of sucks. So right now, it's only like 1 o'clock. I'm just paddling over to the lake, taking a look. I got nothing better to do than see what this monster's really like. Feel some winds right here. We're pretty protected here. It sure would be nice if we could have some vibes today. Honestly, if we can't put them tomorrow, I might try to portage around or something. We'll see. There are white caps out there. I can see them for sure. Well, I have made it to the reeds just on the edge of Winnibigoshish, or as it should be called, Windy Big Ocean, because it is very big, and it's going to be tough to cross tomorrow, I think. We'll see how it goes. If they're white capping, I'm probably not going to risk it. I'm probably just going to turn around. Like right now I can tell they're white capping. I don't know how big they are, but I don't really want to have to paddle actually out in the midst of it to actually figure out how bad it is, so yeah.